We've had an inquiry from one of our users who wants to remove the association between a plant symbol, which is then used in the generation of the table, the plant symbol you see on the right here, and he wants to be able to do it in one fell swoop. If, for the sake of argument, we pick this symbol, see over in the block reference area in the properties box, this is a symbol for Banksia blecknifolia, which is a really low-growing ground cover Banksia, so it's ideal for forming the boundary between the path and the garden here. And he's aware that you can remove that association. You want to change that to a different species. And you go plant schedules, remove data from the plant. Do you want to remove it? Yes, he does. And we say it's now been removed. And we click on it. No longer is the information about that symbol there, although there's a piece of text here that did label it. That was done with the auto label command. But if we come over to the adjoining one, it's also been removed. So we can do this one at a time, which is what he's been doing. But he's asking, is there an easier way? Well, if we say GCAD plus show symbols with names, the ones that are tagged, we do that, you can see lots of symbols are tagged, including a series of extra symbols. Since the design is complete, we can delete all of those, and they're now gone. But we can, if we say, put a inclusive box around the symbols, will keep the schedule out. That's a zone now, and it does include all the symbols that we want to, apart from this one, we want to remove that plant association. Maybe I better go back and just click one of these others. That's a xanthorrhea, a grass tree. So let's grab that area of interest. We'll add this one, and then we'll say GCAD plus remove data from plant. So we should perhaps edit the program and plant or plants, and that would give him the hint that you just click here and we remove all of these species associations. So now when we pick the symbol for the grass tree, it doesn't have any symbol. And if we ran the plant schedule tool again, if we drew that plant schedule tool again, it would fail to work. Let's try it. GCAD plus. We'll just draw the standard one rather than the custom one. We're asked for a height. Let's put 150, and the first corner and the second corner. So we do that and can't draw it. Please ensure list. So he can now start reassigning that. Now, he'd had already used the Smart Label tool, which puts the code in the center of the symbol, but notice it's on a layer called Auto Label. So we could go to GCAD plus Tools, isolate a layer, and we'll isolate that L Auto Label. So Tools, here, and if we zoom extents, we can just erase all of those and turn all layers back on. And come back to where we were. I'll turn off the construction layer and the dimension layer. And there we are. We can now start assigning a new plant species. We can leave the symbols the same, but we need to find a different plant that would be low growing and suited to where previously we had Banksia blecknifolia. So I hope that overcomes and answers that query.